Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since we posted a video, so been working in the shop a lot over the last few weeks, month, and finally got this 4-seat Pro Art wrapped up for my brother-in-law. You'll see the side pretty much brand new on this thing. Starting off with the doors, went with the TMW off-road doors, similar to the 2-seat project you've seen. The cage, low profile, chopped a little bit out of it. Huge shout out to Chili Fab down in Middletown, Ohio. And then Viking powder coating over in Eaton, Ohio. Killed it on this powder. Hopefully you can see it in the sun. Real high metallic silver. Really pops outside. That kind of segues us down into the tree kickers on this particular machine. This one we decided with tree kickers, with it being so long. Again, Chili Fab knocked it out of the park there as well. Moving around to the front corner, went with a System 3 wheel and the System 3 370 tires as well on this rig, 35 by 10s. Really makes these machines look good, gives the ground clearance you need and everything like that. Up in the front compartment, you'll see we did do the Schmitty Racing PSM suspension, springs, valving, internals, the whole 9 yards that they do. We really like that kit, especially once you disconnect it. This also has their billet shock, which is a newer product that I didn't get in time for the 2 seats, so we'll see how we like those. This we also did a interior panel for safety. Super ATV makes those, I believe. That way you don't get a stick or anything running through your firewall. It's kind of a little safety upgrade there. Coming around to the front, custom bumper by Chili Fab as well. Really follows the stock section. Integrated in with the Polaris factory winch, the auto controls and things like that. One of the cool things on this rig also is the Baja Design factory exchange lights. So you basically get 6 pods on low beams. You have 4 running. On high beams you have all 6 running. I'll tell you what, these things put out a insane amount of light. We're kind of worried about them riding in the back, blinding us in our mirrors. So we'll see how they do. But if you're looking for a light output, they're definitely the lights to get for you. Moving around, you can see we got some rigid pods up front. These are their, I believe, midnight diffused, to where they still put out a lot of good light, but they're not blinding, especially when you're running behind people. And they're mounted to the, I believe you pronounce it, Chippewa off-road racing mirrors, I think they call those. Real nice bottom mirror. Every aspect of the thing is billet aluminum. You can't really get any better there. Before we jump inside, let's kind of go around the back side of the machine. Once you come around to the back, you'll see that we have a clutch blower in here. We typically don't run these, but figured we'd try something new on this machine. You can see it mounted right here in line. So it's actually sucking air out of the clutch, blowing it out the upper vents, which we did do these little billet covers from SDR. Those actually hold the frog skin on there well, gives it a little aesthetic look, and it also allowed us to take the inner shields off of these to allow a little better airflow while still protecting that frog skin. Around the back, you can see we did a EVP exhaust on this machine as well. Their muffler, full header, and this is something fairly new from them, this little bezel piece where you can remove your factory plastic. Looks pretty darn cool. These exhaust sounds amazing. I think I'm gonna swap that bezel out on mine, maybe on the 2-seater. Just kind of show off that exhaust a little bit more. Header, like I mentioned, it's a black coated header, so it just kind of fades away inside this machine. Real nice, closed off, blends in well. Moving on to the fender flares. These are the, what are they called? I think these are Oh, I can't think of them off the top of my head. DRT fender flares. So we really like the back. We really like the back ones. They provide a lot of coverage. They have a block off plate to kind of block off this area where a lot of that slop comes in there. Really cool grill. Looks like it'll provide a lot of coverage on the back side from slinging mud up over from the rear tires. The fronts, we're not too sure how we feel about them yet. They're definitely not as much coverage as the rock blocks that I put on mine, but they look cool. They're a good quality product. I'm just not sure how much it's going to really prevent the front tires from slinging. So we're actually going riding next weekend down in Tennessee, so it'll be the maiden voyage on this machine and the two-seater, and actually another four-seat Pro R from another buddy. So we'll have a lot of things to say hopefully after next week. Moving to the inside, a little different seat than the two-seater. These went to a custom-built PRP, diamond stitching, red, white, and blue. I mean, these things are badass. Matched with the PRP harnesses. Awesome interior, awesome interior. This machine also got a Viper shifter, a Switch Pro, and the full rugged setup, intercom, radio, GMRS 45, I think is the model on that. Right now we got the mic plugged in, but it'll have the headsets for the intercom system as well. Moving to the roof of the interior, 5150 has these interior lights. They're actually magnetic where you can pop them off and almost use them as a work light as well. So we really like those. Those things put out an insane amount of light. When you turn them on at night, it looks like it's daylight inside this machine. So we're looking forward to using those out in the dark trails here this week. What else we got here? We got some Polaris storage, center console or rear center console storage on the back seat of the firewall. Electric storage of these, and of course the factory TMW door bags from TMW to fit their door specifically. This particular seat in the back is also PRP. They got the front storage compartments, and they still fully functional like the stock seats, where you can fold those seats down to make a flat storage space, and also pull the backs off. Some of you may ask why we don't have our harnesses ran through the seats. We just don't do that because it's a real pain to get your seats out, to clean them, maintenance them. So we just go over the shoulder, and we don't have any issues with that. Alright guys, I think that pretty well shows off everything on this machine. Besides here in the back, again we got some 5150 whips, some shorties. I think those are 2-footers. We like the 5150. And this machine also got the rigid chase light. Again, this is not the factory Polaris rigid version, which only has 1 or 2 functions. This is the true rigid setup, wired to the Switch Pro with, I believe, 4 or 5 functions. We use them multiple chase, brake light, and also reverse light built into this as well. So we really like these chase lights. Probably be running them on every machine here moving forward. So, alright guys, I think that kind of wraps up this machine. Again, this is for my brother-in-law. Hopefully the last new machine we're going to be building in a while. We're kind of burnt out on the build process of 2 machines this winter, and really looking forward to enjoying it. So if you guys got any questions, certainly reach out in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Like it if you like what you're doing or what we're doing. And hopefully continue to produce content. Like I said, we're going down to Tennessee this weekend. Probably going to ride Brimstone, North Cumberland, New River Unit, probably into Windrock. So if we see you out and about, definitely say hi. If not, we'll hopefully shoot a little video while we're down there and report back if we like these machines. Really hoping we do, because there's a lot of money invested in these and we do not want to be disappointed. So guys, appreciate it. We'll see you next time.